Joining me on this edition of The Right Stand, Gopal Krishna Agarwal, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Ram Mohan Reddy, Spokesperson of the Congress Party, political analyst Pulla Rao joins us, and senior journalist Savio Rodriguez with us on this broadcast as well. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on this debate of The Right Stand. Let me begin by asking Mr. Reddy of the Congress Party. So we've seen the DMK member of parliament now come out and apologize. He says, I could have used better words and not called the Hindi belt or the Hindi heartland as Gaumutra states. But public memory really isn't that short. Do you think this is something people will forget?
Let me limit the topic to DMK itself. It is not Congress one.
Sure.
So the statement from DMK leader, so the response should be made, and it should be from there and all. It is not. It should not be attributed to Congress in any way.
It's not being attributed to the Congress at all, sir. But you are in alliance with the DMK in Tamil Nadu, and of course, as part of the India alliance, many within the Congress party themselves believe that the 3 Hindi heartland states that you lost elections in 2 days ago is also because of the comments that came in, partly because of the comments that came in from Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin and A. Raja of the DMK not too long ago. Which is why I ask you.
See, our loss in the 3 states like Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, we are, introspecting on that, and we are going to come up with more power. And in upcoming parliament elections, just like we have seen in 2018 elections, though we won in assembly elections, but we faced defeat when we compare with the parliamentary seats. So the trend of voters in all the 3 states like Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh or Chhattisgarh, it is a contrast picture there, right? When it comes to assembly and parliament elections. So definitely this time we are expecting that the contrast decision will be repeating, and this time it will be favoring Congress party. We will think about doing better on ground. We will go with micro level management when it comes to politics. But I just don't want to mix these both statements of other leaders with our party progress.
Sure. So you're completely delinking your party with any comments that your allies make. You think that absolutely has no bearing.
So that should be their response. I just don't want to get into their shoes and give any statements on that.
Sure, and I'm not asking you to talk on behalf of the DMK because the member of parliament himself has come out and apologized. But I'm just asking you as an ally of this party, do you think that this is something that voters will forget and that it won't boomerang on the India alliance as a whole?
We are in alliance with them with respect to politics, which deals with only education, medical and health, progress, upliftment, empowerment and equality, but not about their freedom of expression. We are not going to deal with that. It is their freedom of expression and the response should be sought from themselves.
Sure. So let's not talk about the DMK, let's talk about the Congress then. Several within the Congress linked to the Congress party in the last 2 days have tried to make this a north-south thing, go on to suggest that the voters in southern states are educated, are more literate, which is why they don't vote for the BJP. How do you think that would bear for your party in the North Indian states come 2024?
Ma'am, it depends upon the interpretation and at what situation or the circumstances the statements are made. If you just crop the statement and put it at the highlighting topic, then the interpretation will be different. But if you see the whole statement under what context it was made, then it can be seen. So my explanation to this is, Congress party respects the preamble, Congress party respects the constitution. So we treat each and every state, we treat the entire country as one. And that is what our ideology is.
Sure. So there is no north-south divide, Gopal Krishna Agarwal. It's Congress's rivals who are trying to build that narrative, but that's really not what the Congress leaders were trying to say.
This is just a media thing that they are now saying because they have got on the wrong foot. The issue is their own leaders have been trying to do this divide. They have been talking about this. Ultimately, it is not only this north-south divide, even religion, even caste, even other issues. The Congress has been continuously playing the divisive politics since last 70 years of their existence. When they appease the minorities, they say that they have the first right on the resources of the country. Is it not a divisive politics that they are playing? Now they are talking about caste politics. They are trying to fuel those caste politics. They are trying to fuel religion against the voters, in the mind of the voter. They are even talking about the issues about North and South, their leaders are talking about them. If they consider, we have never said that the Congress is a South-based party. So who is talking about the divisive politics? It's their leaders. So they have to answer. Now, if their associate in their alliance, somebody is saying about this Gaumutra, such a nasty comment that DMK leader has given in the parliament, and the Congress spokesperson is saying, no, it is their statement, we have alliance. They ask them, you as a political party, you should give this, you need to say this is wrong and we will not have alliance with DMK till they continue talking on this issue. So that means they have a tacit support on this divisive politics, and not one issue. There are several, you have also given those examples about religion, caste, even north, south, everywhere they want to fuel divisive politics in the mind of the people and not finding the right issues for criticizing the government,
Sure.
not finding the right connect with the voters. They want to talk, and their whole campaign in the social media or anything, you will see that they will be abusive to the Prime Minister.
Sure.
They will abuse the country institutions. They will abuse the even all the democratical institutions in the country, and their voices and statements are being given leverages used
Sure.
at other countries' leaders.
Sure. Before I get in Mr. Pullarao and Savio Rodriguez, I want to get in Mr. Reddy again. Mr. Reddy, like the BJP was asking, no, you may not want to comment on what the DMK or its member of parliament has said, but as an ally, would you say that this is wrong and perhaps they should choose their words more carefully?
See, we are limited. Like we always address. If we just compare the addressings of our supreme leaders on any public gatherings, if we just compare the Honorable Prime Minister
About
and
state,
Rahul
na,
Gandhi.
whether this is
This
right
is
or
the
Sure,
wrong.
we'll
BJP.
talk about- we'll talk about-
This is the BJP who always speak about divisive politics. That
No, we have not
Congress
said about
never
anything
speaks about
in the
divisive
South.
politics. He's saying that from past 70 years. But we keep fighting on inflation, we keep fighting on unemployment,
So,
we keep
you
fighting on
talk about
security,
minority
we keep
first
fighting on
right.
equality.
Sure.
and
So Congress
fraternity.
is raising.
So,
Sure,
my point-
Congress is raising the issues that the voters want to hear about. But my question, Mr. Reddy, was simple: would the Congress turn around to its ally and say that perhaps in the future ensure that your leaders, that your members of parliament do not use this kind of language, because in the end it may end up hurting the alliance as a whole?
Since we follow unity in diversity, any statements, contrast with that is not acceptable. And people who just make, I don't know the situation or the circumstance under which it was made. So I am not, able to, not able to respond to that because I didn't go through the statement. Under what circumstances he made it. So without going through it, how can I just make a statement which will go official now?
If you are so naive about the political narration, then what you are doing in politics? If you don't follow even what is being said in the parliament and say I am not heard about it, and you have come to discussion on the subject, what is this? So if you are so naive in politics, you are not in politics. There is a clear-cut statement in the parliament, floor of the parliament. We are debating on whether the Gaumutra statement by DMK leader is right or wrong. You have to say whether it is right or wrong. You cannot just drag your feet against that. I don't know. This is their statement. We are in alliance with us. We have alliance on the other issue.
We believe people of this country are having that wisdom to analyze and understand that which political party is making what type of statement. Who is creating this polarization among communities? Who is creating polarization among religions? I strongly believe that people of this country are well aware and having wisdom on it.
So
I just wanted to stop BJP lecturing us on
this. And if 85% of our population respect Gaumata, and your alliance partner is...
this is what the agenda of BJP, this is what the line of BJP is.
What is BJP?
I am talking about when there are matters...
Your alliance which has said it.
When there are matters which should be given more priority, when there are matters which should be given more priority like unemployment, or corruption
ask your
or
own alliance
education or
partners.
social welfare,